Every day I question my presence. Like, how does my energy affect somebody else's energy, or my presence affect somebody else's energy or their identity? You're constantly questioning yourself. Who am I today? What do I want to be today? You know, yes, we're consistently the same every day, but these questions will never go away, I think, for most people. Is like, you know, first off, you start off, well, what shoes should I wear? How should I comb my hair? Do I need to pluck my eyebrows? You know, these are all things that we all think about every day, and that's part of identity. But having some roots in your identity is knowing where you come from and where you want to go and who you are. And you can hold on to that culture, like being half Mexican and half Japanese. I hold on to the Latino culture probably more than anything because of the area I live in. There's not a lot of Asians in this town, but there's mostly Mexicans, and so I can identify easily with that cultural root and those feelings and those traditions. And I think that's probably how I find my identity, is that I can understand how I can relate to other people because I understand what their traditions and what their cultural things are, you know. I think that if you can relate to somebody on that level, then the rest is easy. Yeah. I would have to say it's probably the opposite judgment, because I don't look either, and a lot of people think I look Caucasian. I don't look Mexican enough to hang out with the Mexicans, and there wasn't a lot of Asians here, so I didn't identify with that too much. So for me, it was almost reverse. So it was kind of hard to identify with friends growing up through school, because I didn't quite fit in any of the groups, but yet I had to kind of carve my own path. And I think that's why I was heavily involved with leadership throughout school. Starting in junior high, I was president. All throughout high school, I was president 2 or 3 times, I think. And just being really involved and putting myself out there and telling people, like, it's okay. You can be different. And plus, I'm also, you know, I'm a chunky girl. It's okay. That's another thing too. That's another prejudice that people think about. And I've always been a bigger girl. And that's just, you know, part of it is accepting yourself and working with it. This is the body you're given. Go with it. You know, it's okay. I don't think I regret anything in my life, because that's my life. You can't change it. Once it's happened, it's happened. You have to learn from it. That's the big thing. If you don't learn from it, then you're going to regret it, because you're going to do it again. What was the second part of that question?
If you regret anything, something you didn't do?
Oh, something I haven't done. Gosh, there are lots of things I wish I could do. But we all have different jobs in this life. We all can do different things. We're all good at different things. And that's a challenge for me, is realizing that not all of us are the same and have the same capabilities. And not all of I can't expect the same thing out of everybody, and I can't expect that out of myself too. And that's another thing too. I think the biggest thing is learning to forgive yourself and being honest with yourself and being sincere too. If you know that you don't like to do something personally, don't do it. Do something else. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy on something mediocre. Do something great. Yeah. Well, sometimes I get a little downtrodden by the way certain structures are within the education system. I feel like we're trying to fit everybody into the same mold, and I want to honor everybody's different abilities. And I think to honor people's different abilities is to give them the opportunities to go into that direction, instead of telling them, you got to be here at this time to do this and be this way. And you know, I want to honor people's different talents, is what I think, what's inspired me to make something like that, like a resource center.